All right, everybody, welcome back. So we did get her cleaned up nicely, and there's a couple of things that I noticed. Whoa, most egregiously is the fact that some GI, some Joe somewhere along the way, decided to use an electric grinder to sharpen the blade. And that means I'm going to have to clean that up a little bit. Unfortunately, you can see there's a considerable difference between the original edge and the reground messed up edge, but I'll give it a shot on the sander belt, and we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I wanted to show you I was able to source all the parts. Right, so these are the grip parts and the lock parts. So we'll be able to put this baby back together, and that makes me happy. What makes me even happier is that I found a scabbard. And this one is marked US M7. It's specifically manufactured for the 10-inch M1 Garand bayonet. And let me see here. Oh, knowing the truth, let's see if it works. Yeah, it fits good. So once the lock parts are all in, these parts will lock, and you'll have to push the button to draw the blade out of the scabbard. So we're moving along. These are apparently new old stock World War II era plastic grips. They look really good. The other parts, I mean, you can tell that they're used. I'll clean them up a little bit more, and we'll put them all together. In the meantime, I'm going to work on this edge a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can position the camera in a way so that I can capture that for this video. All right. Thanks again for hanging in there with me. All right, this is the part where you might want to turn your volume down. All right, well, Hopefully I'll be able to speed that up from the video so you can see it. But yeah, I think the edge looks, I think we have about a 90% solution as opposed to what we had. Now, got another, I want your opinion. So let me switch the camera. So obviously I'm going to need to refinish the bayonet and, you know, the other metal parts. And originally this bayonet would have been parkerized with a dark gray manganese phosphate parkerizing. Unfortunately, that means if I were to do that, I would have to send it off to one of my partners and put it in line to get it parkerized with the other stuff that he's doing, which would probably be the right thing to do. So the other option that I have, of course, is acid etching, which, let me show you this. All right, so this is your standard Condor what do you call it? Keppert knife, right? Of course, I put it, sharpened this wedge on the top. But if you see this finish that's on it, this is nothing but white vinegar acid etching, and it's the right color. I don't normally show this because I'm not super proud of the way it has turned out. On the other hand, it takes a wicked edge, and I need to put some grips on it because I will use it in the field, or hell, even in the kitchen. But if you look at this dark gray acid etch on the steel, that's the correct color. So I'm seriously considering just acid etching it and see what happens. But I'd like to have your opinion. So my partner can do parkerizing, and he can do, what do you call it, the spray-on coating, right? Which, frankly, I can also do the spray-on coating, but I don't have any right now. I just have to buy some. So the point is, I'm trying not to make this basket case restoration of a bayonet into an extremely expensive item that can't be resold for what I've got in it. So I've got about 50 bucks in the blade. I got a little work in it, but I've enjoyed doing the work, right? So I got about, I'd say 40-ish dollars with all these parts, right? So we're looking at 90 bucks. This one was, I want to say I have about $55 in it. So we're already looking at about 140 odd dollars, right? So if I send it off to get parkerized, it's going to cost me another, I don't know, $15 to $25. And then put it all back together. Now, I didn't buy this to resell it. I bought it because I wanted a project to work on. But I would love to know what you guys think. What should I do with it? I can basically just boil it in hot water, get all the grease off of it, and soak it in vinegar, and it will turn to that dark gray color. Or I can send it off to have it parkerized, or I can bead blast it and put Cerakote on it or something like that. But of course, one spray bottle of Cerakote is probably in the mid 40s, right? So anyway, I'd love to hear what all your opinions are. Thanks for following me along with this little project. I'm really enjoying doing it, and God bless America. Thanks, y'all.